Membrane proteins are integral part of plasma membrane composition. They are very important for transport point of view through plasma membrane. There are various types of membrane proteins and their functions are also very different. Now let us see about them in detail in this section. Membrane proteins. Membrane proteins are integral part of plasma membrane found in living cell. Plasma membrane is a structure which has various biomolecules in its composition. Fluid mosaic model describes plasma membrane very nicely by certain fundamental concepts. According to this model, the plasma membrane of a living cell is fluid as well as mosaic. In this membrane, there are various proteins found inside or on the surface of the membrane. There are mainly two different types of proteins, integral membrane proteins and peripheral membrane proteins. Integral membrane proteins are the proteins which are found tightly bound to the membrane structure. Glycophorin is a very good example of these type of proteins. Then next is multiple membrane spanning protein, then lipid anchored protein, and lastly peripheral membrane proteins. There are certain carbohydrates in the membrane which are also integrated with the protein structures. Integral membrane proteins also include certain proteins like channel proteins, permeases, and pumps. So let us see in detail about integral membrane proteins. These are the proteins which are tightly bound to the membrane through interactions with the hydrophobic core of the lipid bilayer. To separate them from membrane, various types of disrupting agents are used. Different organic solvents like chloroform and detergents are used in separation of proteins from the membrane structure. Most of these proteins possess one or more polypeptide chains. These chains extend through the lipid bilayer and interact non-covalently with the hydrophobic fatty acid chains. Some proteins are anchored by a covalently attached fatty acid chains or hydrocarbon chains. Integral proteins are amphipathic in nature. They possess both the types of ends, hydrophobic and as well as hydrophilic ends. Integral proteins are distributed on the membrane asymmetrically. Proteins in the membrane are visualized in the figure. It is very clear that integral proteins are the proteins which are considered as transmembrane proteins. They are completely embedded inside the lipid bilayer, whereas in case of peripheral proteins, they are either on the outside of the membrane or inside of the membrane. Integral proteins are also called by the name transmembrane proteins. They are called spanning proteins also. They permit transport of specific substances into the plasma membrane. They undergo significant conformational changes during the transport. Peptide sequence in their transmembrane segment is found, and these transmembrane proteins are of two types: single span proteins or bitopic proteins and multiple span protein or polytopic protein. There are monotopic proteins also, and these proteins are permanently attached to the membrane, but they do not pass through the membrane. There are several functions of integral membrane proteins. They are working as transporters, linkers, channels, or receptors inside the membrane. They may be enzymes. They have membrane anchoring domains. They involve in accumulation and transduction of energy as well as cell adhesion. There are so many different integral proteins found in the bacterial cells: glycophorin, rhodopsin, band 3, CD36, glucose permease, ion channels and gates, gap junction proteins, protein coupled receptors, and sapin. There are various ways to study membrane proteins, and by the separation with the different agents they can be studied nicely. The figure indicate different type of size, shape and arrangement of proteins. It is very clear that there are mainly three different type of proteins. First is transmembrane protein, which are completely covering the membrane. Second is lipid anchored. They are anchored inside the membrane with the lipid molecules. And protein anchored proteins are anchored inside the membrane by some other type of proteins. Now let us see about the proteins which are called bitopic or single pass or single span. Single span protein can be exemplified by glycophorin. It is also called by the name sialoglycoprotein because it is very rich in sialic acid content. RBCs are used to study the membrane as it can be isolated from the rest of the membrane and intracellular components very easily. Glycophorin A is a type of glycoprotein which is found in the RBCs. It is found in the plasma membrane of erythrocytes. It is the first integral protein which can be sequenced so far. It is a 131 amino acid protein. It has a polypeptide chain which is made up of three different domains and terminal region. It is found on the extracellular side of the membrane. It contains N and O linked glycosylation sites. Second is hydrophobic central region. This is seen buried in the hydrophobic core of the lipid bilayer. And the third one is C-terminal region. It is rich in polar and charged residues that are exposed on the cytosolic side of the membrane. In most of the transmembrane proteins, their hydrophobic membrane spanning region or membrane extending region is made up of amino acid residues with a side chain that is hydrophobic that are folded in alpha helical conformation. Then there are certain proteins which are called polytopic proteins. They are multiple membrane spanning proteins. A very good example of these type of polytopic proteins is bacteriorhodopsin. It is found in photosynthetic bacteria. It captures energy from light and uses it to pump the protons across the bacterial membrane. Its polypeptide chain loops backward and forward across the lipid bilayer 7 times. Each of these helices is linked to the next to a short hydrophilic region of polypeptide chain that is exposed either on the extracellular or cytosolic side of the membrane. The second example of polytopic multiple membrane spanning protein is anion exchange band 3 protein. It is located in plasma membrane of erythrocytes. It is involved in transport of chlorine and bicarbonate ions across the membrane. It loops forward and backward across the lipid bilayer for 12 to 14 times. The next is lipid anchored proteins. In case of lipid anchored proteins, they are also called by the name proteolipids. They are also called lipid linked proteins. They are covalently attached to the lipids and lipids are embedded in the plasma membrane. They are located on either side of the membrane. Lipid here act as a mediator. It increases molecular hydrophobicity of the molecule. There are three different types of lipid anchored proteins: prenylated, fatty acylated and GPI. So first of all we will discuss about GPI anchored proteins. They are glycosyl phosphatidyl inositol anchored proteins. Very good example of this category is alkaline phosphatase. They are stably anchored at cell surface through a covalent linkage. This covalent linkage is established in between C-terminal amino acid of protein and head group of phosphatidylinositol lipid via an ethanolamine phosphate trimannose glucosamine bridge. This complex structure is made by sequential addition of the individual sugar residues and ethanolamine phosphate to phosphatidyl inositol. The second category of lipid anchored proteins is fatty acylated proteins. They are with an myristilation. Integral proteins in which myristic acid is attached to the alpha amino group of N-terminal glycine residue through an amide linkage. They involve in signal transduction cascade. They involve in mechanisms that regulate protein targeting and function. They also play a role in regulation of apoptosis. The examples of fatty acylated proteins are actin and gelsolin. The next category of lipid anchored proteins is prenylated proteins. These are the proteins with covalently attached hydrophobic isoprene polymers. They are branched 5-carbon hydrocarbon. They are having cysteine residue in their structure. Isoprenoid group, that is farnesyl 15 carbon and geranyl 20 carbon, are attached to the protein via thioether linkages at cysteine residue near the carbon terminal C terminal of the protein. This prenylation of lipid chains to protein facilitate their interaction with cell membrane. The next category is palmitoylated proteins. They are with S palmitylation. In this type of protein, palmitic acid is attached to a specific cysteine residue via thioester linkage. They are on cytoplasmic side of the plasma membrane. They play a role in transmembrane signaling. They play a role also in regulation of neurotransmitter release.